Good afternoon, students. So in this video we are going to learn the differential equations of the first order and higher degree. So a differential equation of first order and higher degree means it is a differential equation where the degree of dy by dx is greater than 1 So then it is known as a differential equation of first order and higher degree. Now in this there are four types of equations. So the first one is equations solvable for p. Next, second, equations solvable for x. Okay, so next equations we have equations solvable for y, and then equations solvable for then Clairaut's equations. So these are the equations here. Equations equations solvable for a y and Clairaut's form. So these are four types of equations. They are known as equations of first order and higher degree. So let us start to solve the problem. Now here first we take the equations solvable for solvable for p. So this is the equation: solve p square minus 5p minus 6 equal to 0. So now see here, this is an equation, p square minus 5p minus 6 equal to 0. So now which is a quadratic equation in p, Now one more point here, what we do here, we denote dy by dx as p. So here it is understood that p means that is nothing but dy by dx. So here this p is nothing but dy by dx. So according to that, this becomes dy by dx whole square minus 5 dy by dx minus 6 equal to 0. So instead of writing dy by dx, dy by dx is taken as p. Okay, so now this is equation, now which is a quadratic equation in p. Next, factorize this equation. Okay, when factorize this equation, we get this p minus 6 and p plus 1 as two factors. Just like you see this, as you factorize in by using minus b plus r minus square root of b square minus 4ac divided by 2a, either in that way, or you can find two numbers such that whose multiplication should give minus 6 and whose addition or subtraction should give 5. So like that, so we have to check, we have to find the two numbers, and then we get these two factors, p minus 6 and p plus 1 equal to 0. Next, equating these two factors to 0, we get p is equal to 6. So as I already told, p is nothing but dy by dx. So we get dy by dx is equal to 6. Then integrating both sides, so integration of dy by dx is equal to y. Then integration this 6, which gives 6x plus integration constant, that is c1. Or we can write this as y minus 6x plus c1 equal to 0. And similarly, by equating the other factor, that is p plus 1, to 0, so we obtain p as minus 1. So which means dy by dx is equal to minus 1. Again we integrate and we get y is equal to minus x minus c2. Then bring all these terms to LHS and we get y plus x plus c2 equal to 0. So then therefore, after the complete solution is, take the product of these two, that is y minus 6x plus c, this is 1, into y plus x plus c2 is equal to 0. So this is the solution of the given differential equation. Okay, so similarly we have another type of problem, so which is given as solve x dy by dx whole square plus y minus x dy by dx minus y equal to 0. Now here, making this dy by dx as p, taking this dy by dx as p, and we get x p square plus y minus x into p minus y equal to 0, or xp square, then multiply these two, so yp minus xp minus y equal to 0, so that it gives p into taking from this first and third, okay, from this first and third term, take p common, we get xp plus y. Similarly, from the second and fourth, take y take minus common, and you will get minus of xp plus y, minus of xp plus y, so which is equal to 0, which is equal to 0. Okay, so which is equal to 0 now. Then again in this two terms, xp plus y is common, and in bracket we left with p minus 1, which is equal to 0, which is equal to 0. So then this gives xp plus y equal to 0. Okay, now equate this first term, that is xp plus y, equate it to this term to 0, and we get x into p means dy by dx plus y equal to 0. Now making variable separable, that gives dy by y plus dx by x equal to 0. Now integrating, so we get integration of dy by y plus integration of dx by x equal to integration of this constant is nothing but log c. So then integration of 1 by y dy means log y, integration of 1 by x means log x equal to integration of constant is integration of 0 is a constant, so that constant we take as log c, because c is a constant, then log c is also constant. So therefore this gives log a plus log b is log ab. So using that property, we write this one as log xy equal to log c, then both the sides log will cancel, and it gives xy equal to c. So therefore now to take the second one, that is p minus 1 equal to 0, this one. Okay, now equate it to 0, then it gives what, p means dy by dx, so dy by dx minus 1 equal to 0, which implies making variable separable method, dy minus dx equal to 0, integrating again, which gives y minus x equal to c. So therefore the general solution is again taking the product of these two solutions. This is one solution we got, and this is another solution we got. Then take the product of these two, so which gives xy minus c. Okay, c means take this c here, xy minus c into this y minus x, again take c here, y minus x minus c equal to 0. So this is how we solve a problem of differential equation of first order and higher degree. Similarly, we have another problem, that is solve p cube minus p of x square plus xy plus y square plus xy into x plus y equal to 0. So now in this, what we do here, this can be written as p cube minus p into x square plus xy plus y square plus xy into x plus y equal to 0. Now by checking, just by inspection method, okay, just by checking by inspection method means what, we have to see that for what value of this p this equation is going to satisfy. Okay, so for what value of this p this equation is going to satisfy, that means what, for what value of p this equation gives 0. So on by inspection method, what we got, this p is equal to x, when you substitute p is equal to x here, so this is means what, x cube minus x into, then multiply this with x, this with all these terms, okay, and then all simplify these terms, and you will get this as 0. So by inspection method, p is equal to x is one solution we got. And similarly because here it is a cubic order, it is a third order, means we get three solutions. okay, because it's a third order. So we get three solutions. So now one solution is, that is p is equal to x, and p is equal to y also satisfy this equation. So therefore p is equal to y is also another solution we get. So p is equal to x and p is equal to y will satisfy this equation. Okay, so therefore what we do, so there's taking this x here, we get a factor corresponding to this value, that is p minus x. Similarly, corresponding to this solution, we have a factor, that is p minus y. So these two factors we get. So therefore the solution is p minus x into p minus y into p plus x plus y is equal to 0. So how we get p plus x plus y as 0? So just by divide this equation, that is we got these two factors, p minus x into p minus y, multiply these two factors, okay, p minus x into p minus y, and whatever the term we will get, then divide this whole equation by that term. Okay, suppose that this is what we got, this after multiplication of these two factors, what we will get, this p into p square, then minus p into minus y minus py, then minus x into p minus px, then minus into minus plus x into y xy. So by taking this, this gives p square minus taking p common, x plus y, then plus xy. So after multiplication, just simplify wherever p is appears in two places, so just take p common and divide this equation by these two factors. So why to divide? Because now we got only two solutions, we have to find another solution, means because it is a third order, so three solutions we have for this equation. So therefore only two solutions now we found, so we have to find another solution. So therefore we divide this polynomial, third order polynomial, by these two factors, by the multiplication of these two factors. After division we get this equation, that is p plus x plus y. So this is one more solutions we got. So now equate one by one to 0. So first we got, what we do, p minus x equal to 0, and second one p minus y to 0, and third one p plus x plus y equal to 0. So when we equate first term to 0, we get, substitute p is equal to dy by dx, so then we get dy by dx minus x equal to 0, which implies after making variable separable method, dy minus x dx equal to 0, then integrating, and we get y minus x square by 2 plus c equal to 0. This is one solution. Similarly, equate the second factor, that is p minus y to 0, and same making variable separable method, and we get this solution, log y minus x plus c equal to 0. And after that, next equate the third factor, okay, that is what, so here this factor, equate this factor to 0 here. So equate this factor to 0 and put p is equal to dy by dx here, and then solve it, make variable separable method. So now here this is this we cannot use variable separable method now, which is a linear differential equation. So that is dy by dx plus py equal to q form. So find out p, what is p? P is 1 and q is minus x. So integrating factor is integration of e raised to p dx. So p means 1, integration of 1 dx is x, so which is equal to e raised to x. So then find the solution, y into integrating factor, that is equal to integration of q into integrating factor plus c. Just the solution of linear differential equation. How to find the solution of linear differential equation? First find the integrating factor, find p and q, then find integrating factor. After integrating factor, then write the solution as y into integrating factor is equal to integration of q into integrating factor plus c. So this we use for a linear differential equation. So similarly here we write the solution, then we get, this is the solution of the given differential. So this is a solution of this factor. So now we got three solutions, right? Then taking the product of all these solutions. So the first we got, there is y minus x square by 2 plus c. Then second we got second solution, that is log y minus x plus c, we got. Then third solution, y minus x1 into e raised to minus x minus c. So taking the product of all these and equate it to 0, that gives the solution of the differential equation of first order and higher degree. So this is how we solve how we solve the differential equation of first order and higher degree. Okay, so with this I conclude this class and we continue in the next class.